For those of you that have seen my video on refrigerator maintenance, I promised, I believe his name is Cool Blue Lights, that I would show him how I balance my fan blades on these motors. This one here is pretty much in check. I balanced it probably when I took it out, because I did bend it. But what I want you to see is when I spin this, watch over here as the blades spin around. As you can see, they pretty much rotate in a uniform fashion. Now, if this was badly out of balance, which it is a tiny bit, but that's not bad. If this was out of balance, and when it's going around, you would see it kind of jumping up and down like this. Now, if they are out, there's a couple different ways you can do this. I've done it with the blade off of the motor on a flat surface. I've not had as much luck because sometimes the hub here on these motors can be a little bit off. The shaft can be off. This center part of the fan can also be a little bit off. But what I do to make sure is, and I apologize for the camera work here, but I get myself a roller or a stick like this. Hopefully you can see there. Now what I do is I make a couple marks. If the blade is severely out of balance and you're spinning this, you can almost see which one it is. You can rotate it a little bit slowly, and you can kind of see. But what I usually do, and I do this for both edges of the blade, is I put the stick here. Hopefully you can see well, and I put a line across it, just like that. And as you can see, the tip of that blade is lining up with that mark. And then, for the lower part of the blade, down here, where that's hitting, I go ahead and I take the marker and I make a mark down there. Now keep in mind, this blade is on the motor, and it's on a level piece of wood. This may not be the proper way to do it, but it works. It's how I balance this one, and it's nearly perfect. Okay. Okay, what I do, after I make my marks, I rotate the blade till it's right there next to the stick. This is hard to get on camera. Right there, you can see that the edge of the blade is right in the middle of that line. So then I'll rotate it. We'll check the next blade. It's also there within reason. From what I read, you want it, if it's more than 1/4 inch out of balance, you want to repair it. But the tolerance is within 1/4 inch. And as you can see, here on the fourth blade, the camera angle, it's really hard. These blades are got quite a pitch on them. But you can see that lined up. That one. Oops. They're all there. And then once that's in, because sometimes you can bend the tip of the blade on one side and not the other. That'll cause you problems. So here we got the lower blade. That's lining up with the black mark. That one also. And you basically just repeat this process, and if you find one that's off, say that, you know, this one's above the line, then you know, then you want to go back and check the upper tip and see if that's off as well. Because sometimes it's just the tip that bends on these. You can have the bottom tip out of balance and the top tip fine, which that also affects your pitch as well as balance. I got my test test jumpers set up on this here fan. I'm going to go ahead and power it up, and I'm holding it. I'll show you how I'm holding it. Way up here, as far away from the blade as possible. I recommend putting it in a vise, or just be really careful. You don't want your fingers in it. But I go ahead and power it up, and by holding it with just 2 fingers up here, you can feel the vibration in it. There isn't much on this one, and when you go ahead and power it down, it's also a good time to look at the blade reflection. As you can see there, oops, don't want to hit that wood. Check them both top and bottom, check the shadow. As you can see, they're pretty much straight. As you can hear, it's pretty quiet. The pitch all seems to be good. The bottom part of this is out maybe 1/8 of an inch, but it's within it's within tolerance for these, and there isn't much vibration at all. But hopefully that'll give you an idea how to go ahead and balance these. And the same goes for, there's another condenser fan motor. When I got it, it was vibrating horribly. That has 5 blades on it. And I checked it on the table, off of the motor. And put it on the motor like this. Set it flat. And use the stick. Hope that helps, and catch you later.